The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 79, Nasdaq's up 34, S&Ps are up 14, gold's down $1.20. We have silver up 15 cents, $16.81. Platinum's up $8.50 at $9.41. You get copper market, it's catching a bid, almost up 4 pennies, $2.56 after hitting a low yesterday, rejecting that low. Oil's up 89 cents, $50.54. Notes down 3 ticks, 126.05. 30-year bond off 6, 153.20. And good old King Dollar just still can't handle it. Down 562 ticks, 97.210. The euro is at 111 to the U.S. dollar. Yen is at 111.5 to the U.S. dollar. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN.com. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit that banner, bring up the exchange, and walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. So
Friday morning, we made it through the week, man.
Made it through the week.
So far, we got some action today to make it through.
Oh, I'll tell you, man. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
Hey, man, we got volatility and spades going on. That's what's going on.
Volatility. You get a market that shakes the downdraft off once again. We'll see where this shakes out as we come in. But there's no doubt that they just shook this baby off, and they shook it off in spades.
You know what's interesting? I'm just jumping around. So I was going to jump to the VIX, but man, I had talked about Gap earlier, so they had decent numbers, but woof, what an open. They didn't like those numbers. That's Gap. Did you see they had their earnings last night? So
really?
They had same-store sales that were pretty good. They traded higher, and I was looking at them, but man, they dropped from 24 to 22.50 on the open.
In a heartbeat.
So the market not liking what they came out with, and I just wanted to check out the VIX, because as the market popped, we were as high as 1630 pre-market yesterday, back down to approaching $12. It's a short-lived roller coaster on the VIX.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We're still getting movement either way.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, we get movement. There's no two ways about it.
They had fear about that drop, and the drop didn't really, because we had that one-day drop, and I think that's what shot everything up.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But we're still getting fast movement on the upside on a lot of things. So
yeah,
I don't know how long it'll live, but it's happening. So.
And if we go over and we take a look at the S&Ps right now, folks, okay, so from highs to lows, it actually, what's intriguing here is that when you actually look at the S&P, we're only $20 away from the high.
20 points, yeah.
Yeah, 20 points. We had the low that was established out here yesterday at 23.44. You're 23.78. Now the NQs. These babies, it's the same setup, but it just seems like so big because we just went from 55.52 to 56.63.
Yeah, 110 points, right?
110 points.
Yeah.
Now, if we go inside the NDX and we take a look at what's moving the NDX out here, you're going to see Autodesk is up 15%. 15%.
Decent morning.
I got to look at this thing, man. I mean, you're talking an equity that...
Yeah, yesterday they were trading at 95, today they're trading at 110.
And that's a $24
billion
market cap.
Yep.
That goes up 14%.
Yep.
That's insane. So
I was just going to say, see what's doing it, right? There you go, yeah.
Does that say they reported a loss?
Everything's expectation, man. Estimate was 15 cents. So 14 to 18. Oh, no, okay, so that's seeing their second quarter. Let's jump around here where... There's the number. So, yeah, they only lost 16 cents. They thought they were going to lose 23. They came in with $485 million in revenue. They thought they were going to come in with 470.
That's intense.
No, it's not.
That...
To the next page, no?
Oh,
yeah.
up.
Page down?
You have a page down?
I clicked away from it somehow. That's okay.
You got to click on it, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
That's pretty intense, man. They lost money, but yet, hey,
Hey,
it is what it
everything's
is.
expectation,
It is
man.
what it is.
Not,
There's
they knew they were going to lose money, or
Yeah.
they thought they were. So it's if
It
you're
is what it
supposed to
is.
lose 500 million, you lose 100 million. Well,
Yeah,
today's a better day than
it's
they
a great
thought.
day.
You know.
NVIDIA
That's
is
the way. That's the way to play the game right there. Is you make it worse than it's going to be, and they show up.
Oh, there's listen, that's
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a movie. If you think it's going to be horrible and you walk in, like everybody's been saying how bad it was, right?
Yeah.
And then you go and you watch the movie and you're like, I thought that was a pretty decent flick, because your expectations are so low
Sure.
Yeah.
that it doesn't have to meet much, and you're like, I thought it was a good flick. I don't know what people were talking
Expectations for sure.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Autodesk is first, up 14. Well, let's call it 15%. Nvidia's up 3.4. INCY's up 2.9, and JD.com's 2.7. Take it away from it is Broadcom down 2%, Symantec down 1.9, and then forget it. The rest of them, they're hardly down at all.
Fractions.
Yeah. Inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow. The leader is Caterpillar. That's putting 11 points into it. And that's all about Deere, because Deere came out with numbers this morning. They were good numbers. They're selling product in South America, which is pretty wild about that, too, because it's like, there's no doubt it's a big commodity in South America, but the bottom line is that the scandal in Brazil.
Is something going on in Brazil? Yeah.
Baby.
Oof, man.
You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tom, and myself, we're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 97. You get the Nasdaq up 39. S&Ps are up 19. And as we go over to this Nadex platform and take a look at it, and don't forget, folks, you can test drive this platform. Get used to it over the weekend. Bottom line is that you get a highly volatile market out here. You're talking about defined option trades. And, of course, Sunday night, you can go into the currencies. Monday morning, you can go into the weeklies.
Yeah, for the indices, commodities, right? When you just say weeklies.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they got weeklies on, I think, the currencies too, and if you want to on Sunday or something like that. You know, Forex, binaries, just to put, you know, there'd be, let's see, even Euro, US dollar, right? And there's your weeklies. So those pop open, I believe, Sunday as well. Is that how it works, Darrell? Do you know, do the Forex weeklies open on Sunday at 6 p.m.?
Yes. They open at 6 p.m. as well on Sunday, and then everything else pops up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Set your alarms.
Set your alarms, folks. It's going to be a long...
So, I mean, they have their dailies, their intradays, and their weeklies. Everything popping up right there on FX only.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So what do you get going here? We got some NASDAQ, we get some gold action.
Yeah.
And we'll see if the market can...
We got oil. I mean, it's pretty much right at one deviation at the moment.
Okay. Let's pull Darrell's chart over here. Yeah, quite a run for oil.
So, let me see. What are we looking at here, Darrell? What type of chart is this, man?
This is my order print chart. So basically, I'm just looking at order flow.
Okay.
And how many contracts are going on, and like basically. Is there
I see. You put boxes. I got it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I made it a lot
You've
simpler.
mimicked the boxes that are on basically a platform, and you put it on a chart. Okay, cool. All right.
Right, exactly. So, because there's like order flow, and there's footprints, and there's all that, and there's so much useless information. So I went in to sort of rewrote it and made it, with my own algorithms and a lot simpler, and paid attention to what I wanted to pay attention to. And so basically, it shows like total volume, net volume.
Yeah.
The market's accelerating. Basically, like a higher number of orders than the previous so many bars. And then I can see if it's absorbing, if there's basically more, sellers than buyers than sellers, and like a closed bar.
And so the top, when I'm looking at it, is that 50-40? Is that the top of the deviation, of one deviation, or that half? Is that one?
Yeah, that's one deviation. Yeah,
okay.
50-39 specifically, but yeah, 50-40, round number. But like we're right there at the deviation. So I mean, that's the one deviation move. And I started from 230, And so that's where, obviously, because that's when settle,
which would make sense, right?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
That's when oil closes. And so, we had a nice little run up, but I mean, it pulled back, like during the Euro session there, ran up half a deviation, pulled on back. And then it ran up to the 0.7 deviation and pulled on back, before the open this morning. And then, upon the open this morning, then it ran on back up, and then now we've just now went up to the one deviation level on oil.
So where is it going to pull back to after bouncing off this one deviation, right?
Most often to a 0.7.
To a 0.7, okay.
Yep.
And the theory here, folks, is just pretty cool, is that, like, if you were in an oil market right now, you hit a deviation, you got to bring that stop all the way up. That's one way of looking at it. And then if you wanted to sell it, this is not a bad place to sell it, and you put the stop on the other side of that deviation and just looking for a small pullback. Because the way the oil has come off that bottom,
And you can use a really tight stop. I mean,
yes.
Basically, your expectation is, one or the other. And then, I'm a breakout trader of a bar. I usually wait till it breaks the low or the high before I buy or sell,
Yes.
But, I definitely am, moving stop. Like right now, I have a stop right here because I have what's called a cluster order. This means the most volume and the price of that bar was higher than the most volume and the price of any previous bar. And so I tighten up right there, and then there's basically it lets me tighten my stops on my other charts that I use.
Sure.
And I don't trade this so much for entries as I do for analysis and confluence. It's like, hey, I just got an entry on another chart based on volume or ABC or whatever, different patterns that I use, even ones that y'all use, and then I go, okay, well, the biggest problem I've discovered that many traders have, and we've read volume for so long, we can look at it and go, okay, this is where we expect it to go. That's harder for a newer trader, I found in some cases, until they've spent some time really studying volume. And so one of the things for intraday trading that I found that is, if I could, by using sort of volume inside of bars, that I could use that to tighten stops based on volume action that's happening, and then so if there is a big pullback, I don't give it all back just by having a big trailing stop. So trailing stops are good, but you also need either targets or you need a way to tighten stops objectively.
Yeah, it does, because I know what you're saying. It's always a killer that you get the good run and you are bringing your stop up, and then it pulls back and hits it. It's like, oh, because if you look at that percentage-wise, it's a killer. You know what I mean? You could be.
You can give so much back.
You do. Well, you do. I mean, even one point. Sometimes it's like 40% of the gain.
Sure, right. No, it's a big portion of your profit.
It is. Right. It's a big portion of your profit. But guess what? Use those stops, folks, because that's the other side of it.
Yeah. So you have to have the objective trailing stop to move up and protect your capital. But that's without that, you're not going to make it. And then, but at the same time, to really maximize your profits, sometimes it makes the difference between the net average profitable trader and not. You have to have a way to either target or tightly trail objectively, because if you just trail every time, you're just gonna get knocked out.
Oh yeah, no, you shouldn't be taking them. If you're depending on, if you're day trading, you should just get a price objective and just take it and flip around the other side, because the difference is dramatic. I mean, it's like, okay. On a day trade, it's like, okay, you're really going to go another 20 cents? You might, but who cares? You know what I mean? You just got, what did you just get? That's a monster. That's the monster move right there.
Big move. No, oil's been rocking for sure.
Right.
Exactly.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. So let's take a look at what I did with gold first.
Sure. Okay.
So this morning, I went.
Looks like you were in here at 7:18 this morning.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see. So you got 5 contracts. We're looking at the 1250 to 1300, and so backtracking it, maybe 718. See where we're at. 625. Yeah, so somewhere right in here. Yeah, 710, 715. So gold's trading about 1252, right? Slightly above the box. So you're gonna be paying a little bit of premium. You were getting in at 53.7. So maybe the market was trading at about 52. You're paying maybe $1.50 in gold. And with that though, you got 5 contracts in there, and you're trading at 1253.7, and you have all day for gold till that 130 expiration. And if you ever got a boost, you got profit potential all the way up to 1300. Not that I know you're not looking for 1300,
but on a Friday, you can get a few dollars. Now, what's important too, folks, okay, and I talk about this a lot. I want to show you something, and it doesn't mean that the contract itself would go up. But what's so cool, I'll do this when we come back, what's so cool is that you can go to South Africa, you can go to London, which I did this morning, and all those gold stocks were trading up. So I says, you know what, I'm going to take the shot, because the dollar was down, gold stocks are up. I says, okay, it's Friday.
It is Friday.
It's a beautiful thing.
That it is.
You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tommy, myself will come right back. Dow right now is up 97, Nasdaq's up 39, S&Ps are up 16.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today.
EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up $1.10. You got the Nasdaq up 48. S&Ps are up 17, and oh my God,
Upward we go, man.
It just doesn't stop.
That's right.
You get the Dow up 0.5%. S&P's up 0.6. Nasdaq is up 0.7. And as we were just talking about that, let's go back over to the Nadex platform. So. The danger, of course, when I'm trading the 1250s, if we go back over here,
just minimize that. You want to go to Bloomberg?
No, you can put that chart up right there.
Sure, yeah.
Is that what I definitely absolutely need, folks, is a close, over that 1250, or that I lose all my capital.
True enough.
The risk versus the rewards, not that bad, actually.
I mean, your break-even is going to be where you got in, right? Which was 1253.70.
Right.
So your break-even is going to be somewhere up around here.
Right.
And anywhere above 1250, you get some value. And we'll see. I mean, that's some volatility, though, in terms of just since 5 in the morning, you're going from 1248 to 1255 something, down to 1249, up to 1251. So we'll see.
Well, what's intriguing, and this is where it comes down to the point when you're always looking at percentages too, is that you almost can't pay attention to them sometimes when I'm looking at this, because like when it went to 1255, right? I had almost
doubled your investment.
Exactly.
Sure, right. No, for sure.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so.
Well, it's not like a normal trade, as in, you can't be happy making 20% when you're going to lose 100% very often.
That's right.
That's
exactly.
that's what you're talking about, where you can look at the percentages, but you have to keep in mind that you're going to lose 100% on this trade a decent portion of the time. Whatever that is.
Because that's why I could buy it at that, right? That's what it's all about.
As in, you got in at, what was it, 1250? Yeah, somewhere 1252. So,
But I had to pay $53.70 or something. Yeah, I paid $1.70.
Right,
yeah.
right. But I'm just saying, you got in at 1252, so it ticks down $2 before the close, and you lose your entire investment. That's going to happen at least, not 50% of the time, because 50% of the time it's going to close above, 50% of the time it's going to close below, but maybe call it like 40% of the time, 35% of the time, you're going to lose your entire investment, right? Because
I think it's probably closer to a higher number. It seems.
You want to explain that? No. It can't be above 50%. I mean, it can if you have convictions, but theoretically, there's 50% chance it closes above, 50% chance it closes below any number, right? So theoretically, it's going to be below 50%.
I'd say there's 50% of a chance of it closing above or below any number at the moment that you enter if you buy the at-the-money strike.
Right. I'm just saying, when he got in, gold's trading at 12.52. So if you say by 1:30, what are the odds it's above 12.53 versus below? 50-50, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now, the only way to increase that is to have an edge.
Right, which I know we tie into it, of course. That's why we're traders. But I like to keep those probabilities in my mind for sure.
Can we go over to the, if you could look at the hourly NDX 100 trades right now, because
Sure, so you're talking about the spreads, I assume?
The spreads, yes.
So we're jumping into
We're at 56.64 right now.
Indice spreads. Let's jump around and see about the 12. Now, I know when you say hourly, you're just talking about the shorter time frame, whether they expire at 11, 12. So here are the 12 o'clock ones. We're trading at 56.65. So there's, these have a lot of options for you because they're only 10-point spreads.
Yep.
But what happens here is, you're going to pay a lot of premium because, guess what? By 12 o'clock, this Nasdaq 100 knows it could be all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, here's the here's the 56.65 ceiling. So you're going down 10 points to 56.55. Okay, if you're going to be selling this, even though we're above the box, so it's all premium, you're still risking 33 to make 67. So you're getting in at 56.61.9. I mean, the whole point here is, you're only paying 3 points maybe in premium, but you can only make 7 points.
Right.
That's where you need to, tie that in.
Yeah.
3 points premium would be nothing if this was one of the daily 40 or 80 point spreads. But there's a reason why you only have to pay 3 points because you can only make 10 points total.
Oh no! What was interesting is that yesterday. Remember, I had done one of those yesterday, and it really came in nice.
We were further out of the money, I think, yesterday, which is why it was even more attractive.
We were.
This one's right at the top of the box, but we can jump down. So let's say if you wanted to start the box at 56.55, okay?
That's $12 down.
12 points down, okay, on the Nasdaq 100.
You're paying nothing for it. Yeah.
Well, you're still paying, almost risking 1 to make 9.
Yeah, right.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing, especially when you're 13 points away from even coming into any value.
Right.
But yeah, with the type of volatility we're getting, especially in the Nasdaq 100, 10-point spreads are completely achievable, right? As in, they're going to get maxed out one way or the other a lot of the time if you just get the move in your direction.
What was wild is that it came, I got the full deal, and it came down, and it was right before the expiration, which is like, oh man, I just lucked out. Is it right there? 56.30?
Yep, that's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really lucked out. It was like, but it came, it went from 56.37, right down to 56.01.
Sometimes timing is everything.
No,
man.
Believe me.
In trading and in life.
Well, and what's intriguing about those smaller ones, folks, the bottom line is you're out of the money, and your probability of losing is more than winning. But with volatility, 10 points on the Nasdaq is nothing, and I needed 15 on that one too.
Okay.
I think it was 14, 15.
Because you were out of the money.
We
to
were
begin
out of
with
the,
by
I was
6
out of the
points
money.
or something.
But I only paid. I think 30. Yeah, it was cheap money, man. Yeah. I know because when I looked at the full amount coming in, it was noticeable. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We get over that dollar index, man. I need the yen to give me some help with this good old gold contract. That's what I need.
Is it getting in your way?
Well, the correlation is so direct, man. When that yen gets stronger, man, gold gets stronger like immediately. It's like tick for tick. Like we're 11.49 right now, and it hasn't been able to get over that 11.62 from yesterday. GC, let's see what it is. Yeah, it's gonna need some juice, man. There's still plenty of sellers inside that contract, and the difference is, of course, is that gold contract closed at 130. So dollar looks to me like it's gonna have a bad day, but the dollar on Fridays when it's having a bad day, most of the time it's going to be 3:30, 3:45 that people just bail out of that thing,
Okay.
man, and they, that'd be too late for me for the gold contract. But we'll see where this baby.
Maybe everybody will make a run for the Hamptons by 1:30. We'll see.
Well, I think people.
It's almost summertime. I'm sure the
it's-
Hamptons are coming into their
Yeah.
their
no,
season.
you know what? I'm glad you said that. That's right. We're going to be
So
coming.
Memorial Day is what, 2 weeks?
We're coming to summertime travel. I think it's.
Oh, we're already-
Is it next weekend?
It's a week. It's not.
A
Yes,
week from Monday is Memorial Day.
Yeah, it's next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. There you go.
Wow.
Pretty quick. Because it's a little early, right?
I know
This year, is
Felicity
it?
has a big Memorial Day competition.
Sorry, what'd you say, Darrell?
I know because Felicity has a big Memorial Day competition.
Everyone's got Memorial Day plans, man. Totally. So this is the weekend before.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna go down there, open up the place.
Yeah.
Right? And they'll sell their dollars before they do it. No.
Totally. Sell the dollars and buy gold. You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tommy, myself, we're coming right back. Dow's up 99, Nasdaq up 38, S&Ps are up 16. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling us out here. Let's go to Steve in Alaska. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Good morning. It's nice to talk to the Brain Trust here, the three best in the business.
Oh, yeah? Where about in Alaska are you?
I'm up in Barrow. I've spoke to you before, and I stopped in and saw Tommy in Clearwater. And
I remember, Steve.
Really...
It's good to talk to you, man, for sure.
You're in Barrow. Man, that's out there.
All right. It's, well, we're just a quick weather report. We're 30 degrees, and the snow is melting. That's a good thing.
Okay, man. You coming into that summer nice and slow and easy?
That is
Yes,
something.
sir. Yes, sir. All right. Listen, the other day I heard Andy Heck mention Bitcoin, generally the digital currencies. That's what my call is about. I was kind of wondering how you guys feel about them. I know that Nadex had Bitcoin on its options, page some time ago, but no longer resides there. And anyway, just wondering what your opinion is.
Well,
We pulled up the chart. It's quite a chart.
If you're watching Tiger TV, folks, you're looking at this chart, and it's a rocket ship, okay? If we go back to 2015, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, we're down here even like late
230,
250,
220 bucks.
280, yeah.
And right now it's $1,954.
And even going back to March of this year, we're at 935. You're talking about 100% in 2 months. From 950, which is pretty incredible.
I wouldn't be buying it, that's for sure. I mean,
the one thing when we were looking at during the break, Steve, I just mentioned, man, these look like blips up along the way just because it's gone so high. But every time it's had a run like this, there's been almost a 50% pullback pretty recently afterwards. I mean, we're looking at June of 16, we're at 750. Boom, we're back down to almost 500 by August, right? We're looking at January of 2017, we're at 1132. By
January.
Right next, by the next week, we're down at 750, right? Then we're looking at March 10th, we're up at 1271. By March 31st, we're down at 939. And then it's been straight up. So some volatility in there for sure, man. But go ahead, Darrell.
No, I know the main reason that Nadex pulled it was the underlying, because they basically are doing a composite index, because there's all the different Bitcoin exchanges out there, and it wasn't as reliable of a feed as they needed it to be in order to make it a fair market for everybody. So
and it would seem
because there's different markets as to who you trade with, as to what you get, and so that was the problem. And I had heard the people at Nadex, they had explained it. I think maybe, Darrell, we were around you at that same conversation, or we just had the same conversation, and they said that, it's got to be based off a concrete number where, you got the NASDAQ, futures, and for Bitcoin, because there's, and is this what you're looking at? Yeah, so here's, you got Bitstamp, Coinbase, ITBit, Kraken, whatever they are, and they're all slightly different numbers, and that's different places that you have a bid and an ask for the same Bitcoin, and this is where fundamentally I just don't understand it well enough to be in there myself, because geez, it seems like if you understand it, why aren't you buying here, you're selling here, whatever, you know what I mean? There's already,
what Tommy's talking about, folks, is that if in fact this thing would be a liquid market, you should be able to make money on the arbitrage. Because we're looking at the 6 different exchanges.
I think it's 4.
4. What's that?
That's euros.
Euros. We're looking at 4 different exchanges with all 4 different prices.
Yeah.
But now they don't always come together perfectly. But what I can tell you is that if somebody has enough money, and I mean we're not talking a whole lot. I mean we're talking about a decent amount, but I mean we're talking 100,000 or so.
Yeah.
If you push around a couple of the major exchanges. Okay, with some decent buys,
sure,
and hit them hard, the others will catch up, and that would be your arbitrage method.
Sure, and they're going to tie together, right? For sure.
Exactly.
But I mean, you
so
can
if you
see
go after one of them, then the others pop up because they don't know what's going on, so they all go up.
No, but sure. I mean, there's just a $15 difference though between these. I mean, that's a substantial number, and so that's And I bet that has to do with why you in this one versus that one. How safe is your Bitcoins versus on this exchange versus that exchange? We've all heard the horror stories when an exchange just somehow loses all their Bitcoins and everybody is left. Yeah.
So, Steve, what are you thinking?
Well, I've been buying it piecemeal, for several weeks, small amounts.
Yeah.
I figure it's just one more. It's just one more section where one is taking a risk.
Sure.
In 4 or 5 sections, you spread them out. You know, as you're diversified a little bit, then you're kind of okay. But I'm glad Darrell explained, why Nadex dropped it. I found one of those four is particularly stable, and I like the fact that they put their fees up front, and not kind of put a heavy premium on them.
What are the fees? How does that work?
Well, some of the places term it as system time. They bill you by system time to fill it. I'll go ahead and mention it. Coinbase, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
If you buy, like, let's say 0.2 of a Bitcoin,
yeah,
they're going to charge like $250 or something like that.
Okay.
The way the thing's moving, if you're a trader, which I'm not in this instrument, at least not yet. I'm just sticking them away in a corner, and
okay.
And I kind of have faith for the long run. We'll see.
Sure. No,
There was an interesting article that came out. I can't remember which. It wasn't Reuters, but anyway, that several companies are now banking Bitcoin to hedge against any kind of further viral attacks on their systems. These ransomware things.
Sure.
So I don't know. We'll see with the thing, but you guys got three of the best brains in the business, and I thought I'd go ahead and ask on a Friday or a Monday.
Well, Steve, I would agree with you fundamentally that, it can have legs in the future just because of what you stated in terms of, it's its own currency, and it can maybe be something that people diversify on. But I would just be aware, man, it's been quite a run, and every time this has had a run, it's almost had a 50% pullback, following that type of a escalation up. So just like Darrell's...
You look at that graph, and it's it can be very scary, and you would expect such. In fact, just as recently as maybe 3 days ago, it plowed down to the 1630-ish area,
right,
I think.
Right.
And and so you don't want to bet your family savings on
right.
that.
No, you're
sure.
right. It went from 1900 down to 1650, in no time, and now it's back up 300 to 1950, and it could be back down to 1600, by Monday. Who knows? So if you're, if you're going to hold it for a year or two or something like that, and it's risk capital, right? Because guess what? The other side of that though is that this could easily fall right back down to 1,000.
Yeah, either that or sell it all and wait for it to go back to 800 or 900. That'll take some patience, but guess what? You're already in the money,
I already got enough gray hair. I don't know how long I'd have to wait.
I don't think you have to wait too long, man. Not with a run like this. You're talking about $1,000 run.
Yeah.
And is that for March 24th?
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
hey,
listen,
it's great talking with you guys.
It's great.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us,
Steve, thanks for calling, man.
Take care, gang.
Take care, man. Stay right there, folks. Darrell told me myself, come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Darrell Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks, and to the moon, Irene. Here we go. Dow's up 116, Nasdaq's up 42, S&Ps are up 18. And of course, folks, don't forget, over the weekend, you can come over to our website, hit that Nadex banner, bring up the exchange, get used to how these defined option contracts trade. You can start there on Sunday night with the currencies. Come into Monday morning with all the indices, the commodities. Bottom line, you can expect this volatility to continue. You know, last 3 days, one of the targets in the den, it's a great quote. Deja vu all over again, buy the dip. And they got rewarded again. That's the bottom line.
True.
There's no two ways.
We'll see how it's only 10:55 in the morning.
I know.
But so far, you can't disagree with that.
No, there's no doubt. Now, what you do have, this is what's pretty cool, folks. So watch this. What you're going to have, no matter where we close out here, is that you're going to have a high volume, spike low, and if you're a candlestick charting person, you can have a doji at the high. You know, so bottom line is that we'll see how that shakes out. Now, what you're also going to have, which is pretty cool, so the last high in March, you had 454 million shares traded. We did 425, and the difference is that you got to a high, but you had to come off the high with volume. So it's like, okay, that sets up the consolidation. I mean, it's the consolidation been on quite a while, but so. If we take a look at the Qs, which have no doubt been the rocket ships, we put that on a weekly, and you're going to see that is also a high volume doji.
Can we take a look at Apple and Google and Amazon real quick before to see how they're rocking today?
No, they're up at these highs.
Apple's
man.
up $1.
They didn't give, okay, so the downdraft started at Apple 154.57, and you're at 153.67. Google is up 6. That was the top of this 939. You're at 936. Amazon. Look at Amazon.
Good day for Bezos.
Amazon is over the downdraft. 970 is its high, and it's 968.54. Meaning, that's
sure.
The downdraft started at 960.
Okay,
gap
on the
down.
sure, yeah.
Facebook. We go to Facebook. Facebook's getting a little weak. That's interesting with Facebook. Now that's a little bit different. That's definitely a different setup with Facebook. Maybe someone's going to take Facebook's business.
Yeah, no, it's, I would be hard-pressed from a fundamental side of things, not talking technically, but Amazon, man, they got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, right? Oof. Even Google. Whereas Facebook, yeah, they have a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, but, we've had this conversation with Kevin Hinks, right? Maybe they're facing a point where the enjoyability of using Facebook is differing now. You used to go on there to check out your family, your friends.
Yep.
Now you go on there and you get hit with 15 different news stories from companies you like, and it's not quite the same environment. And there's all these ads on there now, and they can't increase the ads as much. So maybe, you're seeing some of that in there. They're still a great company. They're printing money, but we'll see.
Amazon, though, no doubt.
I would just agree. Amazon, fundamentally,
and Amazon, when you were saying
I could see Bezos being the richest man, double everyone else in 5 years,
And if Amazon's getting the drug business, too, that's going to be so easy if he can start selling drugs. They can be in the everything business, right? That's like... There's so much money in drugs, though.
Amazon's Alexa calling is like a Jetson version of the home. That's what I was kind of talking about. Remember the Alexa with then your radio with Sirius, they tie into everything.
Unreal.
Man. Yeah.
Darrell, thanks so much. You have a great weekend, safe weekend. Of course, folks, you stay right there. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Then swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks. Dow's up 118. Nasdaq's up 43. S&Ps are up 18.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.